Could a creature from our prehistoric past still roam the remote forests of Appalachia? Is it a relic of a time long forgotten, or simply a myth passed down through the ages? Here, we dive into the mysterious sightings and examine the evidence that blurs the line between legend and reality. This is the Slothfoot. The cryptid known as Slothfoot, described as a creature resembling prehistoric ground sloths, has been a point of intrigue for cryptozoologists and local folklore enthusiasts alike. Sightings of Slothfoot have been reported from the forests of Appalachia to the swamps of Florida, with descriptions often noting a large, hairy, sloth-like creature that moves in ways both familiar and alien. Although the creature's appearance recalls the long-extinct megalonyx, its behaviors and physical features vary between reports, sometimes aligning it more with Bigfoot, and at other times suggesting a far older lineage tied to the ancient sloths that once roamed North America. One of the earliest links between Slothfoot and the megalonyx was made in 1797 when Thomas Jefferson presented a paper on the bones of the North American giant ground sloth. Jefferson, fascinated by the discovery, suggested that explorers like Lewis and Clark keep an eye out for living specimens during their westward expedition. While no ground sloths were ever found, Jefferson's enthusiasm set the stage for later associations of cryptid sightings with prehistoric creatures. Today, Megalonyx jeffersoni is West Virginia's state fossil, a fitting symbol for the connection between history and mystery that continues to define Slothfoot's lore. In more recent times, sightings of creatures resembling Slothfoot have emerged from various parts of North America. One report, dating back to 2002 in Florida, comes from a woman who believes she encountered a skunk ape, a known cryptid of the southern swamps. However, upon closer inspection, she noted the creature resembled a giant sloth more than any known primate. The animal reportedly galloped on all fours, yet when it jumped, its long arms lifted in a way that clearly distinguished it from a bear. This unique movement, combined with its large size and sloth-like appearance, left the witness convinced she had seen something far more unusual than the common skunk ape. Another intriguing account came in 2013 from Virginia, when a trail camera set up by Hunter Roger Williams captured an image of a strange, hairy creature. The photograph sparked debates within the cryptozoology community, with some claiming the creature was a Sasquatch. However, others, including Williams himself, argued that the animal was more likely a bear suffering from a skin condition. Still, the creature's unusual posture, its long fingers, and what some believe to be a long tail raised the possibility that it could be a ground sloth. A blog known as the Journal of the Bizarre even suggested that many wood ape sightings could be attributed to relict ground sloths like Slothfoot. Another account from 2011 comes from a man named Henry, who lived and worked in Ware County, Georgia. While working in the fields near a swamp, Henry noticed a large, hairy creature moving through the cypress trees. He initially thought it was a bear, but quickly realized it was much larger and lighter in color. He described the creature as moving on all fours, but rearing up occasionally, a behavior not typical of bears. Intrigued, Henry later found a picture of a mapinguari, a South American cryptid often linked to giant ground sloths, and remarked that it resembled what he had seen. Although he had never encountered anything like it before, Henry reported that local legends had long spoken of a swamp beast lurking in the area. Theories about Slothfoot's origins often revolve around the idea that it could be a surviving species of ground sloth. The giant ground sloths that once roamed North America, such as Megalonyx and Eremotherium, were thought to be herbivores. Yet some researchers have proposed alternative theories. A 1996 paper by Dr. Richard Farinha and Dr. Ernesto Blanco posited that some ground sloths might have been omnivores, scavenging meat, or even hunting smaller prey. Though this theory hasn't gained widespread acceptance, it adds an interesting dimension to the idea that creatures like Slothfoot could have evolved to survive by eating more than just vegetation. Further complicating the mystery is the question of how such a large creature could remain hidden in modern times. While skeptics argue that Slothfoot sightings are simply misidentified bears or other wildlife, believers point to the dense forests and remote swamps of North America as potential habitats for a reclusive species. The persistence of sightings across generations, coupled with the cultural significance of the creature in areas like Appalachia, suggests that Slothfoot holds a special place in local folklore, much like other regional cryptids such as Bigfoot and the skunk ape. Whether Slothfoot is a true remnant of the Ice Age, an evolutionary offshoot, or merely a product of imagination and folklore, its sightings continue to spark fascination. As reports continue to emerge from across North America, the legend of Slothfoot grows, blending history, mystery, and a healthy dose of speculation. Theories range from the plausible to the fantastical, but one thing remains clear: Slothfoot, like so many cryptids, walks the fine line between myth and reality. In the vast and rugged landscapes of Kazakhstan, folklore is a vital thread connecting the people to their environment. Among the lakes and mountains, tales persist of an immense unseen force beneath the water, its presence felt in swirling currents and heard in a strange, trumpet-like sound. Is it merely myth, or is there truth to the whispers of something more? It is here where we uncover the mystery of Aidakhar. Aidakhar, a mysterious freshwater serpent, is said to dwell within the secluded waters of Lake Kökkül in Kazakhstan's Jambal region. Described as 45 to 50 feet long, with a massive head and a long serpentine neck, the Aidakhar is more than just a cryptid. It is viewed by locals as the spirit of the water. When it passes through the lake, creating swirling water and ripple marks, many rush to collect water, believing it to be imbued with healing properties. This deep connection between the creature and the lake's sacred waters highlights its role in local tradition as both a protector and a powerful spiritual force. The Aidakhar, however, also carries broader symbolic weight within Kazakh culture. Often depicted as a dragon or serpent in Kazakh mythology, it represents a mediator between the terrestrial, water, and celestial worlds. Combining the traits of a snake, a predator, and a bird, Aidakhar symbolizes both power and danger. In its complex role, it embodies not just the feared monster of local legends, but also a creature tied to elemental forces of water and fire. One of the most notable sightings occurred in the summer of 1975, when geological professor Anatoly Pechersky and his son Volodya vacationed near the lake, intrigued by the legends of Aidakhar. What started as a casual interest quickly turned into a heart-stopping encounter. From just 25 feet away, they witnessed the creature emerge from the water. Pechersky described Aidakhar's head as being over 6 feet long, with a massive, bulky body that stretched nearly 50 feet. The creature's serpentine movements caused the lake's surface to churn, leaving the two men scrambling for safety. Though they returned with a gun, the Aidakhar had already begun to submerge by the time they returned. Beyond its physical form, the Aidakhar is deeply rooted in Kazakh folklore. One of the most well-known legends tells of how Aidakhar once ruled the world, feeding on the blood of living beings. With the help of its assistant, a mosquito, the serpent would taste the blood of various creatures to determine which was the sweetest. When the mosquito discovered that human blood was the most delectable, it shared the secret with a swallow, sparking a conflict between the bird and the serpent. The swallow's clever intervention prevented Aidakhar from preying on humanity. But the story culminated in the serpent's downfall and the swallow's distinct forked tail, a symbol of its bravery. Despite the fearsome legend, not all accounts depict Aidakhar as a carnivorous predator. In contrast to many other lake monsters in former Soviet folklore, Aidakhar does not display the aggressive, bloodthirsty characteristics of its peers. While there are reports of the creature hunting sheep in the mountains surrounding Lake Kukul, it is often described as more of a protector of the lake rather than a malevolent force. This dual nature, both feared and revered, creates a unique narrative where Aidakhar is as much a guardian as it is a danger. From a scientific perspective, some explanations attempt to demystify the phenomenon. Lake Kukul is known for emitting strange sounds, long whistles or sighs, that some attribute to natural gas emissions from the lake bed. These unusual sounds, combined with the region's remoteness, contribute to the belief in Aidakhar's existence. For skeptics, these natural occurrences may explain the sightings and the swirling water phenomena that are often attributed to the creature. However, the persistence of eyewitness accounts, particularly from credible sources like Pechersky, keeps the debate alive. Culturally, the legend of Aidakhar transcends simple cryptozoology. For many in the region, it represents a connection between the natural world and the spiritual realm. The lake, nestled high in the mountains, is a place of reverence, and Aidakhar serves as its symbolic guardian. Whether real or imagined, the creature continues to embody the mysteries of nature, as well as the enduring power of local folklore. It remains an integral part of the region's identity, a reminder that some mysteries are best left undisturbed in the depths of nature.